Hello everyone, welcome to AutoCAD Part 2. I'm going to teach you in this part how to create grid lines. So in architectural plan drafting, it is best to work with a reference picture, which is a JPEG picture, which you can insert from your computer. So I will teach you the first step, which is inserting the picture in JPEG format. So this is the commands that I have wrote for you, so you can refer this in case you cannot follow the video. Okay, so I'm going to just demonstrate to you based on this command that I type. So first we need to insert the picture by going to the ribbon bar, and you find this insert tab. So you have home, annotate, and this other types. So you just click at the insert and click at the attach. Okay, so you browse your you can browse your file in the file that you put. So this one is measurement, so click open and just click OK. Alright, and then click and adjust to the size that you want. So click, okay, let's say I want this big. Alright, okay, so in order to zoom the picture, you can just scroll using your mouse, and if you want to move to the right or to the left, you can just click at the middle scroll button, and you just pan your drawing like this. So that's how you go to the right by pan your window like that. Okay, and then now we have the reference picture, so it's easy for you to just refer from here and then create the grids based on the measurement. Alright, moving on to step 2. Since we are doing the grid lines, we need to know the longest grid by looking at the picture and just total up all this thing, or you can just copy one by one until you get the total dimension. So I think you can either do the step 2, but I just want to skip these steps because I want to do based on copying the grid lines. So moving on to step 3, let's create the grid line. Okay, so it's either you go to home and click the line properties, or you just type L space and then just click. Okay, let's say this is like 2000 plus 7 and plus 3. We can just it's around 12,000. We take it 14,000. Okay, let's do 14,000. Click and then insert dimension 14,000. Okay, sorry, that is step number 2. So now I have, if I double click here, the length is 14,000. Okay, so you must make sure that the line is a bit extended from the total of the dimension. Okay, so another one in this part is around, let's say 2, 4, 8, 9, 15. Let's do 16,000. L space. Okay, click and let's just insert 16,000. Alright, now we have the grid lines. Okay, and then moving on to step 4, let's change the line type into center, this one. Okay, so in order to change the line type, you must make sure that you insert the line type first. You can just go here, okay, and then click other, and then click load and find center. Sorry, just scroll this one. Okay, so just click at this one. Okay, mine is already loaded, so yours, you just click this one and then click OK. and then click OK. Alright, and then you can change this line type based on properties table. So you just type properties space and then click at this grid line and change the line type to center and adjust the scale. Let's try 100. 100 is too big, so try 50. Okay, I think I'm going to use 30. Okay, and then click X. Okay, now if you want this line to follow this line, you can use the match properties command. So you can type MA for match properties space, you click this line first and then you paint on this line. Okay, so it's like painting on the other lines to make sure that the properties follows the first line that you just picked. Okay, so now you have the Y and X axis of grid line. Next is to create the bubble grid on top. Okay, so just to remind you, the reason we did grid line is that it's easier for people to read the drawings, because by following the grid lines we can easily indicate certain architectural elements or structural elements. Like for example, this is grid line B and this is number 4. So at grid line B4, around that we have a column, for example, like that. So that's how we read the elements. So it's very important for us to have grid line. Right, now this is what we call bubble grid, and usually we have a different numbering system, which is the x-axis you can use alphabet and y-axis you can use numbers. So I need to create a circle here. So in order to create the bubble grid, okay, you just type C for circle, or you can just click here to create the circle. Okay, just snap. You make sure you snap at the end point of your grid line. Snap and then insert the radius. Let's try 200. Okay, I think it's too small. Let's go with 300 first. Okay, and then trim. Space, and then this one. Right, and then I want to move this one a little bit upward. Okay, and then next is inserting text in the bubble grid. So you can just click home, and at this text you click at the drop down button and pick multi-line text, and then click and then create the text box, and then make sure that you change the height. Okay, let's say the size of our brick wall is 140, so make the text a bit bigger than the wall. So I'm using 200. Oops, sorry, 200. So this one is A. Click this one. Alright. So I think I just want to change the circle smaller a bit. Okay, so I'm doing the circle in 200 radius, I just want to move a bit closer. Okay, and then you can just copy this one, select and copy. Okay, and then snap at this right side of the circle and put it at the end point of this grid lines. Double click at the text to change the text. Okay, and then move this one a bit to the center. Okay, remember, insert the text and then you can just double click at the text to edit. Alright, okay, so now we have a few grid lines with a certain interval. So you just have to refer back to the image. Okay, for example, grid line, this one, we're assuming this one is A, B, C, D, E, and F. So A to B is 2100. So just select this one, copy, and move it to the right side. Okay, make sure you on your F8 so that you get straight lines. Okay, just now it's 2100. Insert, and then space. Okay, once you're done, you can click escape because I want to take the dimension from here. So double click at the text and change the text. So we have B, and then next is 2700. So you see, you can just use the tools setting in the ribbon bar, or you just type the commands, whichever that you like and you prefer, whichever that makes you work faster. So it depends on you. Alright guys, after I did the grid lines, I noticed that a few lines is exceeding this line. So you can see that it's not enough and I have to extend the line a bit. So let me just do this grid first. So the technique is that you can just click and drag like that to extend. That is extending it manually. But there's also a technique where you can extend all this line together in one shot. So this can be done by using the extension or extend command, which is you first have to create a stop line where you want this line to be extended to. So create a line. Maybe you want this line to stop here. Make sure it's a straight line, right? Okay, and then type EX space 2 times and select the line that you want to extend. EX space and space again, and select the lines that you want to extend. You see it's extending. Okay, and then just select, select. Okay, and then delete the line that you create just now. So that's it. That's how you extend lines in one shot. Okay, so our grid lines is done. I'm going to teach you how to do this dimension setting, how to make this dimension appear on, how to make the line, the dimension lines like this. So there is a setting that you need to do to make sure that the text is just nice and the symbol is being done to the setting that you prefer. So stay tuned to AutoCAD Part 3. Thank you.